Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Alien 2. My name is MS-Punk1, and last video we was just remembering what happened in the last game, or first game, before someone rudely or cruelly woke us up from our slumber. And the warmth. We will never be that cruel. But now we are on our way to the university, I think. So, what will we run into? What will happen? Anna showers and dresses in double quick time. While I throw on my own clothes and set about gathering all the textbooks I need for the day's upcoming lectures. And then I meet back up in my room some 15 minutes later. Anna's hair is a little damp from the shower and sets off outside. I've barely taken one step out of my apartment, however, when I'm met with a cheery exclamation of My fellow astronomy club member Hiyori pounces upon me like a lion as my pounds on her prey. Though unlike a lioness, Hiyori is very soft and not at all violent. Her arm winds about mine, and smiling she peers up at me from beneath a sweep of long eyelashes. Hiyori lives in a fancy, well-to-do residential district that, as I discovered a while back, is actually closer to the university than the cruddy apartment I call home. It makes more sense if I met up with Hiyori outside of her house, but she always meets up with me out here so we can walk to university together. Hiyori is very conscientious. I know I said that word wrong. Like that. Almost overly so. My housemates certainly seem to think so, because they always glower when they see me with Hiyori. Koichi, one of my aforementioned housemates, grouches in the background. I must left the apartment a little after Anna and I. Now he's gotten front row seats to Hiyori's early morning King Fest. I know, right? Life isn't fair. Another one of my housemates, Daigo, pipes up. Kosuke sniffs. Ena ponders, one hand beneath her chin. Really? She's called Kosuke, who may or may not have decapitated his sister's childhood stuffed animals for fun. Lovely. That's a bit of a stretch. I know MS were sort to look for the best in others, but there comes a point where optimism merges into willful sense. Coasting grimaces. Something I found on the dark web or something. Didn't you say before that you weren't that interested, really? Make up your mind. I don't know if Defcon gods are renowned for handling matters of the heart, or for that matter, whatever they even real. And is an alien, yes, but aliens are vastly more scientific than occult nonsense like death gods. You never read or seen Death Note, Haru? And don't make an active effort to occur Anna or Hiyori's feelings. And it just happens. It happened. Kosuke pulls a face. Yeah, our boiler's not been working this last week. Hiyori frowns. It happens on a semi-regular basis. Our apartment is very cold. At least the pipes haven't sprung a leak or started to freeze. That would be truly disastrous. And Hiyori and I chatted to one another companionably while we walked down the streets. It's a pitilessly cold morning. If our conversation about the weather didn't make that wholly apparent, and my teeth shatter with every step I take. My breath, when it escapes from my lips, hovers in the air like steam from a sauna. My hands are jammed deep in my pockets, but not even that can combat the worst of the cold. You only gave me a few adversive warming pads, which I stuck discreetly to my discreetly into my chest and my back with help of a little, but my why can't I read some words? I don't know. Extrematize or frigid. It's a pretty miserable morning, really. It would be at least if it weren't for Anne and Hiyori. Their company's doing a lot to distract me from my weather-related woes. Hiyori's indignant remarks draw me out my musings. She's scowling on my behalf, her own arms folded. I don't know if it's the cold that's bothering them, really. You heard what they were saying earlier. They're more hung up over my newfound success with the ladies. Hiyori sighs. You're selling yourself short. I cascade Hiyori a bit gently. If I weren't concerned that my fingers would fall off, owing to the bitter cold, I flick her for forehead too, just for good measure. I think you're pretty, Hiyori. And more than that, you are a nice person to hang out with. You're easy to talk to. You're considerate, and you're great at cooking. It's not at all surprising that Koichi, Kosuke, and Daigo are into you. Your classmates back in school must have been blind, not to notice what a catch you are. Your cheeks turn adorably shade of pink, despite the wintry wind which toys with the hem of her coat and her choppy hair. Of course, I wouldn't say if I didn't. I think I'm amused as I walk alongside my two companions that there'd be more animosity between Anna and Hiyori, given they both have a thing for me. But I've never seen them argue once. Their relationship is remarkably cordial. Anna professes her fondness for Hiyori all the time, and Hiyori only too happy to follow suit. I think it's nice that they get along so well. It makes spending time with the two of them doubly enjoyable. We continue to talk for several minutes more until we reach our first destination. During the morning commute, we pass by a homey bakery called Melty Bread. It's an usual name for business, but who am I to judge? It's windows full of delicious-looking cakes and pastries. Looks like I've arrived at my... it's her that says that. Okay. So she works there at the bakery. This place is on the way to the campus. It's not like we have to take any detours to get here. And as it happens, landed a job at this bakery a couple of weeks back. I was determined to contribute to my household finances, and after canvassing the streets for a while, she was able to score herself a position at Melty Bread. Anna works from from Mondays to Fridays during the hours where Hiyori and I are attending our university lectures. Anna isn't enrolled at our university herself. I'm afraid the process would be complicated by her status as a literal alien, so she can't attend any seminars or lectures as a proper student. I think that's another reason why she's chose to get a job. It gives her something to do beyond munching about in the university library day in and day out. When her shift finishes up, Anna usually stops by the astronomy club room on campus to go stargazing with Hiyori and me. While she isn't a proper student or an official club member, I come to regard her as one of the last few weeks. And it's an important part of the astronomy club. Without her, the club would feel horribly lacking. Gazes at the stars with gusto, and she plays board games and eats Hiyori's famous hot pot with even greater enthusiasm. It's never a dull moment when Anna's around. Have a good day, alright? I see you later at the club room, provided you feel like coming over. Then you sleep. Hiyori smiles bashfully. You should be doing that anyway, with or without Anna's support. Otherwise, what's the point in going to university at all? Isn't school about saying so you can sleep during the day? You don't learn anything there anyway. You and I both wave goodbye to Anna, for the present at least, then resume our commute once she's entered the store. We walk together in silence for a while, our souls tapping out a regular rhythm against the sidewalk. The wind is bittingly cold, but it feels less so when I'm with Hiyori. She glances at me, her choppy hair fluttering about her cheeks, then says, "Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that. She's so cheerful, it's almost frightening." Yeah, she's so smiley all the time. She seems oblivious to all of life's ills. She didn't even seem to realize how cold it was in our apartment. What with the busted heater and all, until she started coughing. She seems fine enough after having a warm shower. She hasn't been coughing since. I don't worry about her though. She pushes herself too hard. I don't know what happened to her if she did get ill. It's not like I'd be able to take her to a hospital. She looks like a human, but her inner workings might be totally different from ours. That definitely raises suspicions. Hiyori giggles. Well, well, of course I can. She'd be totally lost without me. And you're sure you're not jealous? Is that apparent? I ponder, my hand jammed deep in my pockets. Do I smile more now when Anna's around? I'm not sure. It's not like I pay constant attention to my reflection, nor to the twinkling of the muscle in my mouth. Hiyori does pay a lot of attention to me though. She's definitely my closest friend at university, and the most aware of my emotions. If she thinks I've been smiling more, she must be right. I guess it tracks. I have been feeling happier since I met Anna. She made my life so much livelier, simply by existing. I'm turning things over in my head, like a piece of beef over a grill at a Korean barbecue. Then high-pitched, distinctly feminine cry draws me out of my musings. I look about straight for the source of the noise, my eyes wide. It doesn't take me very long to detect it either. Yuri must have spotted what uh, or in this case who caused the disturbance, because she pointing out to me, though no, not literally. Pointing under the circumstances such as these would be pretty rude. Yuri doesn't really need to tell me to look there, though I'm looking already. Though looking might not be the most appropriate word. I know it's not very gentlemanly, but I can't stop myself from staring. The woman is sprawled on the sidewalk, a few paces away from Hiyori and I. Her legs is spread in an ungodly manner. Her eyes are wide, her mouth agape, and her face Though pale is flushed cherry blossom pink with embarrassment. Cherry blossom, inte cherry blossom. This woman's age is a mystery, but at a glance I peg her for a little older than Hiyori and I in her mid to late 20s or so. I don't know very much about women's clothes. My interests lie in the far-flung reaches of space, not the contents of glossy fashion magazines. But even I can tell this woman's wardrobe choices are stylish. She's clad in dark hues from her coral-colored sweater to her tight black shirt. The feet are clad in a pair of very high, very precocious-looking heels. Given how icy the streets are, thanks to the recent snowstorms we've been having, it's probably how she ended up in such a position. She must have fallen over. Hope she didn't twist her ankle. A woman winces, one hand rubbing her behind. A blush turns deeper still as raising her head, her gaze meets mine. She must have caught me staring. It'd probably be better for her pride if I walked on by. You're in tow, pretending I hadn't spied her, but that's no longer possible. I can't play dumb anymore. No, now that it comes to this, I feel obliged to help her. Yeah, let's be nice here. I guess it doesn't really matter that she's seen me. I was going to lend her hand anyway. I'm not the sort of guy who's simply ignoring a woman who's suffering. I only hope she's not too badly injured. Excuse me, miss, but are you alright? If you can stand, you can take my hand. Let me help you. The woman persists stubbornly. Maybe she's too proud to accept help from somebody a lot younger than she is. But her attempt to stand on her own volition soon meets with failure. Unable to find punches on the slippery sidewalk in her high heels. Her behind hits the ground with yet another thud. I'm not the one who in that woman's shoes, thank goodness. I'll never be able to walk in them. But her embarrassment is so palpable I can feel it. I'm starting to feel ashamed on her behalf. It's alright. There's no sense making her more embarrassed when she already is. We all fall over from time to time. None of us are pervious to it. It's particularly bad for today, it being so slippery. Woman's eyes bore into mine, seeking reassurance as a child might. No, I don't. I might reconsider that though if you refuse to accept my help. I can get you back on your feet in no time. It really isn't a bother. A woman pulls her face, as though she's just biting into a lemon. So that is what's bothering her. I already figured as much, but it's nice to have it confirmed. A woman surveys me, her dark eyelashes fluttering. Her face, I notice, carefully made up. Her eyes lined in black, her lashes artificially long. Her cheeks have been daunted with white foundation, and her lips are outlined in purple. It's an interesting lipstick choice, but I think it suits this woman. It matches the lining on her coat. She looks a bit like a fashion model. She's certainly pretty enough for it. It's no problem, really. Here. I help the woman up. Once I'm sure she won't stumble again, I take a step back. Do you feel... Sorry. Do you feel alright now? Can you stand on your own? You haven't hurt yourself, you haven't hurt your ankle. The woman shifts on the spot, twisting her legs tighter and wider. I can't see any telltale sparks of pain flicker across her face. It seems to be a good omen. A woman's size. Syndare. The woman pouts, her cheeks puffed out, and turns her nose up in the air. She might call herself a mature, responsible adult, but her current conduct isn't practically grown up. There's quite a contrast between her sophisticated appearance and her easily flustered nature, but I think that's pretty cute. So saying, the woman marches off. Her high heels strike against the sidewalk with a series of aggressive talks, like the advancing second hand on the clock. She's gonna fall again, isn't she? She wavers as she walks. Make back the stalks. And I worry she might stumble and fall again, but to my relief she's able to keep her balance. It looks like one crisis has been averted. I'm relieved, but on the other hand, that was quite an interesting reaction. I watched the woman spare back, my hands buried anew in my pockets. As if it reached into the distance. She seemed apprehensive enough at first, but when she started acting so motherly, I hope I didn't do anything to offend her. I don't know. Did the woman see my eye wander? I doubt I ever see her again. Hiyori sighs wishfully. What is? Maybe she really is a model. You might have seen her in a magazine. Well, Hiyori ponders. I extract my phone from my pocket. I want to know what the time is. I'm actually aware that my first lecture of the day starts soon, and I don't want to be late for it. I'm an honor student and I always try to show up to my lecture early. Checking my phone tells me, alas, that I only have 10 minutes to hurry to the campus, where I break my perfect attendance streak. Crap. I groan. That debacle took more time than I thought. We need to get going. Right. I stash my phone back into my pocket and together you and I hasten through the streets. All for thought of that mysterious woman who may or may not be a fashion model evaporated from my mind during my trek. There are more important things to worry about in life than pretty woman and their undies. And I think physics ranks chief among them. Kosuke would probably say my priorities are messed up, and he might have a point. But we all have our passions. Space will always be mine, no matter what happens. I'm nothing if not devoted. Okay, but I think that will be it for this video, so hope you liked it, and if you did so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!